Okay, so this video is a look at 1992 Batman Returns film comic. A while ago I did one of these videos about the '89 Batman film comic. It turns out more than one person watched that video, so I dug out the other Batman film comics and we'll do the same thing. As ever, the comic book version is slightly different to the finished film, as films get edited at the last moment and comics don't, as it would take time to rewrite, redraw and reprint them. In the film, when Max Schreck murders Selina Kyle by pushing her out of a window, he's alone. In the comic, his son Chip sees him do it, but instead of being horrified by what his dad has just done, he helps him come up with an excuse as to why she jumped. So he's just as bad as his dad is. When Max has persuaded Penguin to run for mayor, it cuts to explosions going off in Gotham City and Batman showing up to save the day. In the comic, there's a short scene between them. It involves Penguin's men telling him about the destruction going on in the city and Catwoman looking out of the window wanting to join in. This must have been cut out of the film because it slowed the pace down. When Batman and Catwoman first meet and fight, she ends up falling into a dump truck full of sand and calls him a bastard. I'm sure when I saw this at the cinema, it then cuts to Batman in the Batcave calling her a bitch. But this was cut out of the video and DVD versions, as films are very often edited for home viewing. In the comic, the swearing is toned down even further. She calls him a jerk and he calls her a witch, but we all know what he's really saying. In the film, when Bruce Wayne learns the Ice Princess has been kidnapped and Batman is the prime suspect, he's on a date with Selina. In the comic, poor Bruce is on his own. When Penguin has taken over the controls of the Batmobile, Batman regains control just before it hits an old lady crossing the street. In the comic, he regains control in an extra scene after this, involving the gadget which allows the Batmobile to do on-the-spot 180-degree turns. In the comic, when Penguin kidnaps Chip from the masked ball towards the end, his penguins fire 2 missiles to stop anyone from following them. This doesn't happen in the film. At the climax of the film, when Batman is trying to reason with Catwoman not to kill Max, they're not fighting, but in the comic they are. Also in this scene, Max shoots Batman when he's taken his mask off. In the comic, Batman takes his mask off after he's been shot. In the comic, when Catwoman electrocutes Max, it causes a blackout in Gotham City. This doesn't happen in the film, or did and was cut out. There's just one extra scene not in the film. Just before it ends, the police shine the bat signal and wonder if Batman will forgive them, because they believe Penguin's attempt to frame Batman and shot him off a roof. It would have been nice to have this scene in the film, as it's left open-ended. They shine the bat signal, but you don't know why, as the last time they met, they thought he was a criminal. So that was a look at the 1992 Batman Returns film comic, and next I'll do Batman Forever. So hopefully you'll join me on that one too.